under the watchful eyes of the crowd. Dalton and Grayson walked onto the ring separately, and the two of them stood 10 meters apart, staring at each other. Their sharp eyes collided with each other, and sparks seemed to flash. Holden? In the end, it was Grayson who spoke first. Before going on stage, he had heard rumors about this dark horse, but he was not completely sure. It doesn't matter who I am. What's important is who will win this ring match today. Dalton neither admitted nor denied it. However, his response, which fell into Grayson's ears, was considered to confirm his identity. Both of them are at the top of the genius list, and they are also tied in the legendary list. Before they really fight, no one can judge the strength. I heard that you are the Sword Immortal Blake's disciple, so I am looking forward to this battle. Grayson's eyes were bright. Many years ago, his master Tychus Hale was defeated by Blake, which has always been a hurdle that his master could not get over. Now that the disciples of both sides meet, he is bound to get back at them. I also want to see the swordsmanship of your sword sect, Dalton said with a smile. The opponents he had met before, including Abigail, could not make him use his full strength. But Grayson was different. He could see that the opponent was a very formidable rival. Among the younger generation, almost no one could match him. If he did not go all out, he would not get any advantage at all. Both players are ready. Now, the championship final of the martial arts competition officially begins. At this time, referee Owen Fraser suddenly shouted. In an instant, the audience applauded like thunder. Half of the people shouted Dalton's name, and the other half shouted that Grayson would win. Up to now, both of them have many supporters. One side is the invincible leader of the genius list, and the other side is a dark horse that defeated the second place on the genius list and has been unstoppable all the way. As for who is better, no one can be 100% sure. And it is often this feeling of suspense that is more fascinating. Sky! Dalton grabbed through the air, and the sky sword whistled in an instant and landed steadily in his hand. He used the sword at the beginning, which was his respect for Grayson's strength. Black wind! Green frost! Scarlet sky! Grayson was not holding back. He raised his sword lightly, and 3 magic swords shot out from the sword box and hovered in the air. When he fought Fenley before, he still had some reservations, but now, he went all out. A few more people to enhance defensive formation. Feeling the terrifying and sharp sword power on the ring, referee Owen Fraser couldn't help but feel a little weak. He quickly called 3 more masters from Longhu Mountain, each sitting in a corner to maintain the stability of the defensive formation. After all, this is the championship game, and the destructive power caused is more terrifying than all the previous games. The fight between 2 great master swordsmen, if one is not careful, the defensive formation will collapse directly. By then, the audience will be affected. Open! Several masters from Longhu Mountain, led by Owen Fraser, simultaneously activated the defensive formation of the ring. A flash of light appeared, and a layer of light blue protective shield, like a huge eggshell, enveloped the entire ring. As the defensive formation was formed, Dalton and Grayson seemed to have a tacit understanding and moved at the same time. Go! Grayson pointed his sword at Dalton in the air. Swoosh! 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 3 magic swords of different colors shot towards Dalton from 3 directions. These 3 magic swords were faster and more powerful than before. They were so powerful that they seemed to be able to cut through anything. Come! Dalton smiled and swung the sky sword in his hand 3 times. Swoosh! 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 3 black sword beams shot out and collided with the 3 magic swords in the air. Bang! 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 There were only 3 explosions. The violent collision caused powerful energy waves to burst out, sweeping around with overwhelming force. The energy waves hit the blue protective shield, like a boulder falling into a lake, stirring up circles of ripples. The black sword light did not repel the 3 magic swords, but only paused the attack of the magic swords. Dalton seized the opportunity, turned into a black lightning and rushed up, piercing Grayson's chest with a sword. Dragon's Edge! Clear Shadow! Kunwa Blade! Grayson reacted quickly, raised his sword finger, and 3 more magic swords were unsheathed. Without any unnecessary movements, the 3 magic swords came out and struck directly at Dalton, who was coming towards him. Sword swinging style! Dalton shook his wrist, and the sky sword suddenly vibrated. A strong vortex formed out of thin air around him. The vortex was not suction, but reverse rotation, exerting force from the inside to the outside. As soon as the 3 magic swords struck by Grayson touched the vortex, they were pulled by a powerful force and changed their trajectory. They stuck to the vortex and just missed him. Grayson raised his eyebrows, secretly surprised. As expected of the disciple of Sword Immortal Blake, this exquisite swordsmanship is really eye-catching. Sacred Cut! Grayson grabbed with one hand, and the Sacred Cut sword came out of its sheath and landed accurately in his palm. At the moment when Dalton's sword struck, Grayson raised his sword to block and protected the vitals. Clang! The sky sword, which was ready to come out, hit Grayson's Sacred Cut sword fiercely. Grayson's wrist trembled and was shocked back a few steps. Just as Dalton was about to continue chasing, 6 magic swords behind him had already whistled in. 3 of the magic swords attacked his upper body, and the other 3 attacked his lower body. If Dalton still planned to attack, he would be in danger. In this moment, Dalton could only give up the offense and draw his sword to defend. He started dodging, blocking Grayson's swords. As for Grayson, he seized the opportunity to launch a counterattack. As soon as his Sacred Cut sword was raised, he joined the battle with his sword and began to strangle Dalton.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tight, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care, now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace, but now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in my heart you'll always glow. I just can't say goodbye, no matter how hard I try. A bond like ours, so deep and true, will always be if you stay or no. I thought we were so tight, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no